It's pizza time.
So I wanted to go ahead and look at some of the frozen pizzas Walmart had to offer and see which one will be the best for my elite gamer stomach. And most importantly, which one will help me woo those epic gamer girls on the interwebs. So I wanted to take a look, and we have 7 pizzas today. 7. And we're gonna see which one is the best pizza you can possibly cook. So first off, we have our first 2 contenders. We have Elio's Pizza, which advertises 9 slices. It's pepperoni, and it's supposed to be delicious. But will Elio be better than Jack's Pizza? So I have no idea who owns which brand, but you know what? They look good. Let's try and oh. Oh, wow. So, Elio's Pizza comes in 3 individual squares. Well, rectangles, I mean, not squares. I know my shapes. Wow, this is... that's a good sized pizza myself. I mean, honestly, I could eat all 3 of these pizzas and still be hungry for like 90 more. My stomach is a bottomless pit. I mean, and we've all seen a Jack's Pizza. We've all had Jack's Pizza in our mouth. We've had Jack in our mouth at some point, regardless of where you are. You've had him in your mouth before. You know you have. So, I'm gonna go ahead and cook these up and see which one is the best one. I mean, they all pretty much are the same. 11 minutes. 11 minutes. So, I'll see you all in 11 minutes when it's pizza time. Alright, so here's a pizza. Oh man, this makes me think of being back at school lunchrooms. Oh my gosh. Here's our Jack's Pizza. A little floppy, but you know what? That could be me not cooking it properly, but I'm hungry. Let's eat. This is good pizza. It is what, like $3 at Walmart. So like, for $3, it's pretty good. I mean, realistically, it's good for the price, but it could be better. You know what I mean? It does remind me of like old arcade pizza, you know. That is the kind of pizza that this reminds me of. Being at the arcade, you know, getting sick from playing all the games and doing all the stuff there, slamming down some pizza and like some really cheap pizza, like just slamming that stuff down. This is what that is. But now we have our Elio's Pizza in a nice little square. I thought a square would be nice, so much softer. This is school cafeteria. This is school cafeteria pizza right here. School cafeteria. Just got out of PE, looking to smack on something nice. Huh. This is cafeteria pizza. This takes me back. This takes me back. Yeah. Let's rip off a piece here. Kind of tastes like the. You taste a lot of the bread. You taste a lot of that crust and that bread. It's very fluffy. It's kind of like a pillowy little biscuit kind of thing, which for some people is fine, you know. But like for me, I like sauce and like cheese, not so much the crust. I like the crust on the outside. That needs to be thick and fluffy. But when I have, you know, just the sauce and the cheese and the bread and the bready like the crust and dough, I want to taste that sauce and I want to taste that cheese. And here, all I'm tasting is the bread, the dough. So it's like, ugh. If I had to rate Elio on a tier list, Elio gets a D. It's a D pizza, you know. Very soft, very much school cafeteria, and that's memorable. But if I'm gonna have something that's actually eat, I want an actual pizza. You know, I want a pizza, not a square of like biscuity with a little bit of cheese and a little bit of sauce. You know, which is another thing. There's very little cheese on this guy. Like Ilio had almost no cheese on him, whereas Jax had way more cheese. I love cheese. You know, I'm a huge cheese head. So I'd much rather prefer Jax over here. In fact, I'm probably going to finish this last slice off camera. And if I had to put Jax on the tier list. So if Ilio's getting D, Jax getting C. You know, Jax Pizza's good. It's good. It's $3 and it's good, but it's nothing special. You know, this
All right.
is... So we just had 2 cheaper pizzas, but now we got some really good guys. So first off, we have DiGiorno. I think we all know what DiGiorno is. We've all seen Mr. DiGiorno, the head celebrity who started pizza back in whatever time period. DiGiorno is a signature brand. Like, if you got DiGiorno, you know what you're expecting. DiGiorno, I think it was like, what, the first Rising Crust or something like that. Like this is the kind of pizza that you probably would have for dinner. But recently I was actually at Walmart when I was looking to do this video, and I found, I found another pizza that I noticed. It was this Freschetta pizza. I've never had Freschetta before, ever. But I noticed it had a naturally rising crust. So I thought, Mr. Natural over here versus Mr. Artificial over here are gonna duke it out. They're gonna beat each other up, and I'm gonna see which one comes out the best. Because as we all know, if you can't make good pizza, then are you even a good food brand? Like, come on now. So I didn't realize this, but they both say 400 for 21 minutes. So that's actually really, really cool. Somebody's cheating off somebody else's test. I don't know who it is, but both of y'all have the same directions. Somebody's cheating. Okay, so I had to swap out my cameras, but I mean, other than that, it's pizza time. So we have Freschetta and DiGiorno, which are 2 very similar pizzas, if I might add. Freschetta looks way crispier. Let's give it a try. I gotta say, that one's actually really good. I've never had Freschetta before, but like, that is a really good sauce. Like it's got some flavor to it. I don't really get much cheese taste, but I do get that sauce, and that sauce is there. And these are some thick pepperonis for a frozen pizza. Thick. Very thick pizza. Oh, pizza pepperonis, I should say. So other than the sauce, the thing that immediately gets me has to be the actual quality of like the crust. For a frozen pizza, this is very good. Like it's crispy. It's nice and flat. It's a flat crust, but this is a very good crust. I'll say that much for a frozen pizza. Way better than the other pizzas. I mean, as for DiGiorno, it's softer. DiGiorno has what feels like a much softer crust. Not crust, but bottom, I should say. Comparatively, well, the bottom looks super crispy. It looks like it'd be a good crunch through it. It's very soft. Very soft. Like, very soft. Like, ugh. I'm not a big fan of that. Has a good cheese taste, and the pepperonis are, of course, really good. Really good pepperonis. But I don't like that crust. And the bottom, I should say. I don't like it. It's too soft. Same problem I had with Elio. It's too soft. You know, there's no crispy bottom to this at all. Whereas the Freschetta had a way crispier bottom, like super crispy. Now, I don't know if that's because like this is a rising crust, but they're both rising. The boxes both said they rise, so like they do have a crust that rises. So I think it's only fair we test both their crusts and see which one is better, you know. It just tastes like eating frozen pizza crust, which, yeah, it is a frozen pizza. I understand that, but now compared to DiGiorno's crust, I'll do this. This side looks has more stuff to it. The problem I have with the bottom is that it's too soft. It's not crispy. But that translates to a really, really good crust, actually. Like, this is a really good crust. It's soft. I wish the bottom was crispy. But it has a good pellowiness to it, which I think is awesome. If I had to give these a rating, first off, Freschetta is getting an A. Like, I don't think that a pizza would get an A. But it's getting an A. This is a good pizza. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I like this one. I'm probably finish this slice afterward. Whereas with DiGiorno, it's got a nice crust to it, yes, but the bottom isn't crispy. The sauce doesn't hit as hard, and neither does the cheese or pepperonis when compared to other pizzas. And these are both in the same price point of around $6. So overall, I think that DiGiorno gets a B, and Freschetta's getting an A. You know, I was surprised with this one. All this pizza making me feel like a fat boy. So next up, we have our first and our only Detroit style pizza. This is the Motor City. I have had this before. To put it out there, yes, I do have a minor bias when it does come to Motor City. I've had it before. I like it. I'm not the biggest fan of deep dish pizza, but I get down with Motor City. Next up, I believe we have our Red Baron. So I should have cooked this with the Jack's Pizza, just because I think that it is going to be significantly changed. It's gonna not change, but it's gonna be much harder to have these compared, because while yes, we can compare them based off the different styles, this guy is only like $4. Motor City's six or $7. So this one is gonna be a higher quality than Red Baron. I know that, but I forgot that I had this one, and so I should have cooked with Jack's. But you know what? We're gonna roll with the punches here, you know. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and cook these up, and let's give them a try. Okay. So immediately I noticed that these pizzas are very different. It's almost immediate, isn't it, guys? Oh, so shit! Get back on the goddamn plate. Give you motherfucker. Red Baron, you're not gonna get off my damn plate. So I think I'm gonna start with Red Baron because this one is still really hot. I know that Red Baron, super pepperoni-fied. Look at all these Ronies, man. These are so many Ronies. And I'm gonna try one just by itself real quick, just a not super strong pepperoni flavor, but okay. That's interesting. So like, it has a very like layered, almost like flaky kind of crust going on. It is crispy, but like, it's crispy, but it doesn't have any kind of like strong flavor. I mostly taste the pepperonis, and it could just be that this thing was like super layered with like pepperonis. So like, I don't know. And overall, I do taste the cheese. The cheese is there as well. Like, without all the pepperoni, you get more of the cheese and sauce. The sauce is super watery. Like, this sauce tastes like water, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to have a flavor, but like all I taste is cheese. Which is fine, because I like cheese. But on a pizza, you also want that acidity from the sauce to cut through it. And like, huh. I mean, it's alright. I mean, I wouldn't like eat this. I wouldn't eat this over a DiGiorno or the Fresca pizza, or the Jack's. Like, honestly, huh. I mean, it's pizza. But if I'm being honest with you, for the price point, which was like, I finally managed to receive the receipt from my desk. The Red Baron was like $5 compared to the $3 Jack's. It just doesn't taste good. Like, if I'm being honest with y'all, I just don't get a good flavor from it. Like, the pepperonis are there, and I like pepperonis, and it has cheese, but the sauce and like the bottom and the crust, it's all very flat. Very flat. And if I'm gonna eat a pizza that I have to pay $5 for, I don't want a flat pizza. I want something that has a crispy bottom, a good textured middle part, some nice sauce, cheese and pepperoni, and some crust. Because, like, inflation is a thing, you know. Baron has had his time in the sunlight. Bye-bye, Baron. We don't need you. Because now we have a deep dish pizza. Ugh. So, I've had Motor City pizza before. I don't hate it. It is good. I'm not the biggest fan of deep dish in general, but I have had Motor City, and it does taste good. That much I do know. Trying to think, should I bite like this part or right in the middle? I'll go right in the middle. You know, get a good ratio of pepperoni to cheese and everything. It's deep dish. Tastes delicious. Like, taste is on point. Like, honestly, if I was gonna compare this pizza to anything else, it beats the Fresca. It beats them all. It tastes good. The bottom of the pizza is actually crispy. Like, the bottom is crispy, but not burnt, you know? Whereas the actual, like, inside of the pizza, the dough itself is pretty good. It's a lot thicker than what I like, but that's the very nature of deep dish pizza, you know? Overall, it's not bad. It's actually good. I like this, you know? I'm on the fence for deep dish pizza, especially Motor City. It's good pizza, but like, would I buy this over another pizza, like a standard pizza? And if I'm being honest here, I don't know if I can. And that's just because I'm not a big deep dish guy. I like traditional pizza, you know, that's what I like. So seeing as how this is deep dish, I'm just not as big as fan. Like, I'm pretty sure if you gave me like a properly cooked home style deep dish pizza, I'd love it. Everybody would love it. But if I'm going frozen pizza, I want something that resembles like New York style. It is $8. Holy shit. That is rounded from where I'm from, if I'm reading my receipt correctly. Yeah, so for $8, I think it's a good deal overall. Not my cup of tea, but if you are someone who likes deep dish pizza, you probably think this is delicious. Now, I have to say, my biggest complaint though, other than it being deep dish pizza, is that I wish there were more pepperonis. Like, if you look at, you know, the pepperonis on this slice versus this slice had a ton of pepperonis on it. Like, a ton. If you had more pepperonis on this pizza, it would be out of the park. Like, it would be an easy S tier. But it's kind of lacking, you know? It's lacking in the ronies. I like my ronies, you know? So, what can I rate this? Because I don't care too much for deep dish, but like it deserves its place. It deserves its place. Given the quality of the flavor, given the quality of the cheese and the sauce, and the Ronies that are there are good, I'm gonna give it an A, because realistically, you know, it deserves that. It tastes good. The people who made this pizza did a good job making it. You know, the Motor City Company did a good job. What is my rating for this guy? Given the disappointment, I'm gonna put it in D tier, next to the Elios or whatever his name was. Red Baron, I'm sorry, but like, when Jack's Pizza beats you, the $3 pizza, you kind of fucked up. Browse, made for home brick oven crust pepperoni pizza. Yay. So, I saw this at the store and I wasn't gonna buy it, but like, I just had to. Not because it was Rouse or had this, because it's a frozen pizza that is $10. Now you might be thinking, that doesn't sound that bad. However, I may ask you, who is this made for? Who, Mr. Rao? Who made this pizza and why? Why did you make this pizza? Did you make this pizza, Mr. Rao? Email me. Email your boy. Did Rao make this pizza and who is it for? Now you might be wondering, well, why do I say that? Because a pizza like this that is $10 exits the range of frozen pizza and enters the price point of just ordering a pizza from like Pizza Hut, Papa John's, that kind of place. You know, because like, look, I think, yeah, I paid like $10 for this pizza. And if I'm being honest with you, you can go and get deals from like Papa John's and Domino's and Pizza Hut to get like a $7.99 large pizza. And like, it doesn't look like it'd be a big pizza here. I'm gonna open up in front of the camera actually just to see the size. Yeah, look at this. Look at this pizza, boys. It's tiny. Like, this is a small pizza. Like, jeez. So like, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cook this up, and I want to see, like, is this pizza as good? Like, is it worthy of being a frozen pizza, or is it a horrible marketing mistake? I want to find out now. I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cook up some pizza. Okay, Mr. Rao's Pizza. Well, I mean, it looks good. I'm not gonna lie to you. It doesn't look bad at all. The crust isn't as, the bottom I should say, isn't as crispy as I like, but I mean, there's not much I can do about that. I will say there's like a lot of like spices on it, like a lot of oregano, other things. I don't know why I'm not looking forward to this one. I hate frozen food that tries to be bougie, you know? Well, ooh, hot. Hot. What? That didn't taste like anything. I didn't taste anything in that slice. Like, it looks like this should be flavorful, but I didn't taste anything. Is it like because it's too hot, maybe? I mean, yeah, once again, I'm just not getting a strong note of flavor. Yeah, it is fresh out of the oven, but like, even the Motor City, the Giorno, Freshetta, the Jack's, the Elios, hell, the Red Baron even, all tasted like something, but like, this doesn't taste like much. Like, I get maybe like a spaghetti flavor, kinda. I know they use the Rao's sauce, but I just don't taste anything other than sauce, and even then it's very watery. Like, shit. Ah, fuck. Mr. Rao got pissed off at me. Mr. Rao got pissed off at me for reviewing his pizza. Fuck you, Mr. Rao. There is very little active things I taste other than just sauce. And sauce is good, but sauce isn't the only thing in a pizza. Sauce is like a small part of the pizza. It's the trinity you need. Sauce, cheese, dough. That's the trinity. Toppings come in afterward. And I'm not getting a strong flavor for dough. The cheese I can't taste at all. And on top of that, these Ronies, man. These Ronies, like, they're very thin. Not even the Ronies taste good. Like, it doesn't taste bad. It just doesn't taste good. And that's a shock to me, because, like, this thing was $10. You're telling me that it takes $10 to buy a pizza that don't taste like nothing, when you got things like Freschetta outdoing you in, like, the $6 price range? Like, I'm being overtly critical because this is, like, a review of sorts. But I'm not getting any flavor. Like, I'm not getting none of that. And overall, I think this is just disappointing. Like, I didn't want to dislike this pizza because, like, oh, it's $10. Surely there's something's got to be good on it, you know? And the sauce is there, I get, but it's just sauce. Sauce isn't going to be the only thing that determines the quality of a pizza. Given the fact that it is so disappointing, honestly, I'm trying to find out where to rank this thing. Because it's at most an average pizza. At most, it's average. Like, I guess I can chew the crust. Maybe the crust is delicious. Maybe there's gold in the crust. I don't know. No, I can't give this thing anything higher than C. Honestly. The taste just... There's not enough stuff going on to justify the price. If this was $6, it'd be B, maybe even A. But for the fact that it is $10, and it just doesn't amount to much... It's easily C tier at most. Better than the other two. Better than D tier. Way better than D tier. I can eat this over D tier. But compared to everything else, I'd much rather have those pizzas than this one. You know? So, Mr. Rao, I want to ask you, was it worth it? Was it worth it, Mr. Rao, to make your pizza $10? I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just a gamer on the internet making a video about pizza. What am I supposed to say? Yes? No? This thing's... what a disappointment. Well, that was interesting. So, overall, I think that for today, if y'all have never seen my channel before, and this time first time doing it, this was the first ever pizza review I've ever done. So take everything I say with a little bit of a salt. Because I'm kind of incoherent like that. I just compile everything into a big mush, and it's up to you to decide if it's valuable or not. So, given everything that we've had today, I'm a little disappointed, you know, because, like, I thought these pizzas would be better, but giving them a very critical eye, especially compared to their price point, I can safely say that it is very much a case of, I get it. Frozen pizza's not high art. Frozen pizza isn't this big monumental thing that you have to have in your life. It's not this hard craft that people spend hours and hours doing. It's frozen pizza made in a factory, and half of them taste like cardboard. But given how expensive frozen pizza is getting, it's kind of hard to determine if it's valuable or not, especially with the fact there's so many of them. And overall, I think that a lot of frozen pizzas try way too hard. Looking at you, Mr. Rao, wherever you are. I swear that man is coming for me now. No, overall, my overall thoughts, with A tier, we have Motor City and Freschetta. I think those are like some of the better pizzas. They taste good, and they are a little bit more expensive, but like, you can get by on them. Things like the Giorno, your Jacks, your other guys, they're all fine, but they're kind of they're either overhyped or not as good as the other ones. Like, I never expected Freschetta to beat their Giorno, but look where we are. And at the end of the day, it's all subjective. If you like any of these pizzas over the others, just let me know in the comments below. Like I said before, this is my first time doing something like this, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this video does in the algorithm. If y'all did like this video, if you could, please like, comment, and subscribe. It all really does help me out. This was the first of its kind for me. I would love some feedback on what you guys want me to change, or maybe, you want me to stick to video games. I don't know. Maybe y'all want me to cover what? Ramen next? I'm not doing ramen. I'm not doing ramen. I'm sorry, I'm not. But anyway, like I said before, like, comment, and subscribe. It all really does help me out. Let me know you guys like my content. And like always, see y'all next time. Bye-bye.